A very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with the new chapter, respiration in plants. In this topic, we are going to discuss about how the energy formation occur inside the cell or during the cellular respiration, what happens. Actually, the chapter deals with the cellular respiration because no such type of breathing organ system is present in plants. Breathing organs are present. Simplest organ, that is stomata and lenticels, are present, but no such respiratory system is present like human in the plant. So that's why the breathing mechanism is so simple, gaseous, which constitute or carried out by the gaseous exchange through the stomata or lenticels. Now, in this chapter, we are going to discuss about how the breakdown of carbon dioxide, how the breakdown of glucose molecule for the release of carbon dioxide takes place, or during the formation of ATP, or how ATP gets synthesized. So, overall, we are going to discuss about the cellular respiration in the chapter respiration in plants. Respiration in plants. So we are going to discuss about the chapter respiration in plants, or in the this chapter we are going to discuss how the energetic molecule converted, how the glucose undergoes in the conversion of pyruvic acid, or through which we form synthesize our body cell synthesize ATP molecule. So in this chapter, actually we are going to discuss about the breakdown of glucose molecule. Here is C6H12O6. C6H12O6 in the presence of oxygen. How many oxygen? 6 molecules of oxygen turn into carbon dioxide and water. 6 carbon dioxide, 12 water molecule, and plus ATP energy release. The main aim is release of energy, synthesis of energy during the photosynthesis process. So what happened during the synthesis process in this chapter we are going to discuss. Now, what happened during the process? Breakdown of glucose. We use bond energies present in the carbon-carbon atom. So if we elaborate the structure of structure of glucose. So this is the structure of glucose. Here is CHO, CHOH, OH, H, OH, H, and CH2OH. So all the how many hydrogens are present? Actually, we are going to make a right diagram because it is so. Now, here is carbon, 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 carbon. 6 carbons are present in a glucose molecule, then carbon. 6 carbon molecule is present in a glucose molecule. The first carbon consists of aldehyde group. Here is, and all the COH and H present. OH and here is H, H, OH. CH2OH. So this is the structure of glucose molecule. What happened during the breakdown of glucose? All the bonds which is present in the carbon-carbon or covalent bond goes in the breakdown. So what happened during the, we just break the all the bonds. For example, here breakdown, again this breakdown, and 2 electrons release after the, because this is a covalent bond. So 2 electrons release after the breakdown of the covalent bond. So from this 2 electron release, 2 electron released, 2 electron released from the bond, again 2 electron, or now 2 electron released. These electrons stored into the ATP. Now one process will again happen. All the bonds which is present in the carbon and hydrogen present in between the carbon and hydrogen breaks. There is again breaks carbon and hydrogen. Now not oxygen. So that is oxygen. Again breakdown occur. Breakdown of carbon and hydrogen. So that means hydrogen release from the 2 protons are also released from this one. 2 protons release, 2 protons release, 2 protons release, and so on. And these electron and proton used in the preparation of, because ADP need and inorganic phosphate release electron, 2 electron to synthesize a bond, need 2 proton actually. Two proton to synthesize ATP molecule. ATP molecule. So that's why proton is used during the carboxylation or during the oxidation of the carbon molecule. In the that release, or all the carbons release in the form of carbon dioxide. All the carbon release in the form of carbon dioxide. Another, the electrons used in the preparation of NADPHH+. So this is again an important feature of the glycolysis process, or the breakdown of glucose molecule during the glycolysis process, Krebs cycle or electron transport system. All the process divided into glycolysis, Krebs cycle and electron transport system. Now student, let us discuss with the help of PPT. Main aim, how we use energy from the glucose, how we release energy from the glucose. As we understand that carbon bond energy used to prepare ATP molecule, to prepare NADPH molecule. Bond energies are used to prepare ATP and NADPH molecule. Now students, let us discuss about the with the help of slide. So, how do living things release energy? How do living things release energy? Most energy used through conversion of ATP molecule into ADP molecules. So our cell use ATP, our cell use energies through the ATP molecule, or by the use of ATP molecule that breaks into ATP breaks into the ADP, where 2 electrons released during the process. Now every time when ATP breaks, during the breakdown of ATP, ADP and inorganic phosphate again form. So the bond in between the inorganic phosphate and ADP, the electron is released during the breakdown of. So these electron again utilized in any process. So what does given by the ATP? Somewhere they donates the phosphate group, and some time they donates ATP donates the electron, whatever the cell needs. So this is the process of respiration. Now next is the cell must continually convert ADP molecule into ATP molecule. So cell always convert ADP molecule when the ADP forms. So they convert ATP molecule whenever they need ATP. So they use electron from the ATP. So that they use electron from the ATP. Next is this process is known as cellular respiration. So this is the process which is known as cellular respiration. So now, what are the objectives? What we are going to discuss in this chapter or learn about the thing in this chapter? Name the 3 stages of cellular respiration. That what are the stages which carried out in cellular respiration, that is glycolysis, Krebs cycle, electron transport system, we will discuss in the chapter. Next is give an overview of glycolysis. What is the result of glycolysis? What are the product of glycolysis? We will discuss about the overview of glycolysis. Next is explain why glycolysis probably evolved before the other stages of anaerobic respiration. Why glycolysis carried out by the cell before the aerobic respiration. Before the aerobic respiration, simply the breakdown of directly oxygen not breaks the glucose molecule or undergoes directly glucose molecule do not undergoes in oxidation. It is a long process or high energetic process. That's why one by one steps followed by during the breakdown of glucose molecule. Now describe the structure of the mitochondria and its role in aerobic respiration. We will discuss about the mitochondria because the mitochondria is the organ of aerobic respiration. That's why it is important. In the photosynthesis process we discuss about the chloroplast. In this chapter we are going to discuss about the mitochondria cell organelle. Now next is explain how electron list the steps of the Krebs cycle and identify its product. So Krebs cycle we will discuss about, which was given by Hans Krebs. Now explain how electron transfer result in many molecule of the ATP. So electron transport system, in the electron transport system, NADH plus H plus or FADH2 undergoes to form ATP. So how there will be formation of, we will discuss later. Now can we describe how the chemiosmotic gradients in mitochondria store energy to produce ATP? As we know, in the chemiosmotic hypothesis that is happened in the photosynthesis process during the light reaction, how the chloroplast synthesize ATP, how the chloroplast synthesize ATP through the chemiosmotic hypothesis we have already discussed in the photosynthesis process. Like that one, we will again discuss about the chemiosmotic hypothesis in the mitochondria, not in the chloroplast. We have already discussed. But the process is similar to the chloroplast. Now, state the possible number of ATP molecules that can result from aerobic respiration. So, what are the possible number of ATP molecules that is synthesized by the aerobic respiration? We will discuss also. We will discuss it also. Now, define fermentation. Fermentation is related with the cell organelle because mitochondria is necessary, but in a human body, in cell or in different type of plants, if the mitochondria is not present or if any anaerobic condition is occur, so what happened during that time? In anaerobic respiration, only the glycolysis will carried out in that plant or animal. So only 2 ATP molecule get synthesized, or during the the aerobic respiration is not available, so pyruvic acid transfer into the ethanol formation or converted into the ethanol or lactic acid, so which is carried out into the in animal RBCs or in fungi, that is ethanol formation occur during the anaerobic respiration. Now describe lactic acid fermentation and alcoholic fermentation, that is related with the lactic acid formation and the alcoholic, matlab that means ethanol formation in the fungi or anaerobic bacteria, or lactic acid formation occur in the human organisms. Compare the advantages of aerobic or anaerobic respiration. Compare cellular respiration to photosynthesis. We will discuss it later. Now let us discuss what are the difference in between breathing and the cellular respiration. So breathing is a physical process that allows animal and humans to come into contact with gases in the air. So simply it is a gaseous exchange, but the cellular respiration is a chemical process. It is a physical process through which the exchange of gases carried out in plants or animals too. But in the cellular respiration, the chemical processes are carried out which forms energy, that is breakdown of organic compound and to form ATP molecule, converted into the energy to form ATP molecule. So this is the main difference in the breathing and cellular respiration, where in the breathing the exchange of simply gases are carried out, where the oxygen is intake or the carbon dioxide removed out from the body, but in the cellular respiration, the use of oxygen molecule rather than their transport is emphasized by the cellular respiration, or actually we are studying in the cellular respiration how oxygen is used, why every living organism need oxygen. Without oxygen they gone into death. They are going to die. So what happened during the process? Why oxygen is important? We are learning generally in our life. We have actually learned during our childhood stage that oxygen is compulsory for living organism, or plants gives us oxygen. So why oxygen is important? Because every movement, even I am speaking, that is the contraction of my lower and upper jaw, and the movement of tongue and air pressure that is created by the diaphragm, and also the air pressure or through the larynx box, also said to be sound box. All together help in the speaking communication. So there is lots of muscle that undergoes in contraction and relaxation. For contraction of muscle fiber, there is need for the actin filament slide over the myosin filament. How can actin filament slide over the myosin filament? Through the ATP. When ATP bind with the troponin, or when the calcium bind with the troponin, the calcium uncover the active site on actin filament. Then by the use of ATP, myosin head bind and contract. So this is the process through which even if a person is not doing anything, simply the person is sleeping, at that time their body physiology also work, their metabolic reactions going in, carried out in their cell, heartbeat, heart continuously pumping blood through cardiovascular system, our cardiovascular system working, our digestive system is working. So all need energy. That energy is provided by the glucose molecule. Or how the glucose molecule provides that energy? When it undergoes in the breakdown. So this is the process of the glycolysis. This is the process of the cellular respiration through which we synthesize energy. So in every process, in every reaction, our body needs ATP or enzyme, energy and enzyme. So that's why the metabolic reactions are going to happen when ATP is present. If ATP is not present, if oxygen is not present, so living the organism cannot be survive on earth, because oxygen is need for the combustion of glucose molecule or breakdown of glucose molecule. Now just a minute, student. Now next is chemical pathways. What are chemical pathways? We actually need why we eat food, why we eat sucrose. When we are doing exercise, we also drink energy, glucose, energy drinks. Why? Because during the exercise, lots of muscle contraction happens, lots of energy loss, lots of energy released in the form of heat. For fulfilling that requirement of energy, the energy drinks are drink by the athlete also. So one who is doing exercise. Now, in the why food we are going to take food. So food is the important source of energy or raw material that provides the energy for you, for the body function. Cells use food to synthesize new molecules to carry out their life processes. So that's why we need food. If you are eating some sweets or sucrose you have eaten, that undergoes in breakdown to form glucose and fructose molecules. So it cannot be the sucrose cannot be used by the cell and if we are going to take rice, chapatis, bread for example, so the breakdown of these large macromolecule takes place in our digestive system, that is converted into the simplest molecule, that is uptake by the cell only. That means cell only uptake a simplest molecule, not the complex molecule, and the simplest molecule is glucose. So every molecule, even if we are taking lipids or fats, so that break into the lipid or fatty acid, or that again convert into the intermediate molecule of glycolysis. So cannot be converted into the glucose, but intermediate product of the glycolysis process. So if we are going to take protein, so protein will break down occur or converted into the amino acid, then amino acid undergoes in the formation of acetyl coenzyme, and that acetyl coenzyme may proceed to the aerobic respiration. So this is the process. So that line is related with them. Now the diagram showing how the molecule was so complex, now it is changed into the simple molecule. Only that the diagram is shown. Now next is cell do not burn glucose, they slowly release energy from it and other food compounds through several pathways. So cell itself do not burn glucose, because if the burning or the combustion of glucose carried out, so lots of energy released inside the cell. So it cannot be mean that glucose combustion takes place in the presence of oxygen in the cell. First pathway is the glycolysis, where we synthesize ATP molecule, then Krebs cycle or through the electron transport system again we synthesize the ATP molecule. In next class we will discuss about in detail glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and electron transport system. Here is overall summary of the chapter or understand. In this class, we are generally understanding about the how cellular respiration takes place in plants or in plants. So, in next class, we will discuss about the next topic or glycolysis. So, student, thank you for listening and watching.